They say the left hand, it drop mountains. They say the right hand, be slaying dragons.
One of the other guys I'm really close to is Brian Norman Jr., one of the most electric talents in American boxing. Obviously, it didn't go his way when he fought Devin Haney. What's your perception on that fight? And like mentally, what do you think that experience does for him?
Mentally, I think it puts him in a different stratosphere. Mentally, there was some things leading up to the fight that I think that from him and I conversation that kind of distracted him or whatever the case may be, and I'll let him tell that if he does decides to tell that. But other than that, man, Devin, he's a hell of a fighter. I actually thought that Brian Jr. was getting back into the fight until I think Devin landed like a 1-2 and two different 1-2 combinations in the 11th round that kind of like shut it down a little bit. But I think that he gained a ton of experience. I actually think that Junior game will go to a different stratosphere. And I keep saying that because me seeing him visibly when he came to my house after the fight, from us just talking, I can tell, different things that we spoke about, how he looks at the fight game differently now. From, even from the build-up, the lead-up, the meet-ups, the traveling, I can just tell that he's gonna be a totally different fighter. And I'm not talking about mentally or anything. I'm talking about physically. In the ring, he's gonna be a totally different fighter. And I think you're gonna see a lot of different aspects of his game actually flourish from that last fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've known him. How long have you known him since he was like a young kid, probably?
Yeah, I've personally been sparring him since he was 13, 14 years old.
Okay.
Personally.
So for those of us who don't know him on the level you do,
right.
Just talk about like he's gotten to a really great level in boxing.
Right.
What do you think makes him a special talent, great talent?
Well, first of all, people downplay he can't cut off the ring. That's something that he can do. I've seen him do that with numerous amount of fighters that's come through here to spar. And one guy said it the best. Never kick a man while he's down. But the crazy part about it, when everybody comes to Atlanta, they always ask to spar one person, or even if they don't spar that one person, somebody making that call so they can spar that one person. That name is Brian Norman Jr. The footwork, and the people don't talk about, give him enough credit for his ring IQ. I've seen a lot of things about that. And Devin told you guys that in the post
Post-fight press conference, the
interview right after the fight. He was like, the adjustments that he made. Well, if he didn't have any ring IQ, why is Devin saying this man made adjustments? You see what I'm saying? So definitely he don't get a lot of justice for his ring IQ. And then again, I've been sparring him since he was 13, 14 years old. I've never been hit by a 13, 14-year-old kid at that age, at the time he was. And at that time, I was, I just had finished playing college football, so I was even sparring heavyweights. And I was like, damn. He hit me, and I remember, like you said, you met Coach Lopez. Coach Lopez, when he was still living, man, I remember him saying, you can't throw no punches. The only punch you can throw is a jab. And I'm like, all you want me to throw is a jab, and he hit me like this? It wasn't. That's when I knew, like, okay, he got the power. Let me see what else he can do. And when I started seeing his game flourish over the years, by the time he turned 16, I brought Javante Tank Davis to him. By the time he was 16, by the time he was 17, he started getting some of these other big names that's out here. Javante Davis came right back to him by the time he was 18. They turned off the clock. They went doghouse rules. They did about 30, 40 rounds.
In this gym?
Not this gym. That was at Mustafa
gym.
The second time. The first time they was here.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, dog. Like I've seen him spar some of the best, and then of course, I saw him spar with Bud. I saw him spar with Hitchens. Not Cole, but what's the other guy I just said? That was in Devon camp. I seen him spar.
Conwell. Charles Conwell.
I seen him spar with Conwell, and I mean, and that's when I knew, like, the kid was gonna be special because I already seen what he can do with everybody else. But when it started coming to those elite star status names, and I'm seeing what he doing with those names, sky's the limit. I knew it. Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit, and he up there now.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
world, a household name now.
He definitely is. I mean, Haney Norman was in my opinion, the biggest fight of the second half of this year.
Oh yeah.
Had the most hype, had the most build
For
up.
sure. They did a lot of views too.
Yeah.
They did a lot of views and made a lot of money too.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but again, congrats to Devin. I know he become a third division champion. Norman Jr. He's gonna be right back in the mix. I won't be surprised if he's mandatory by the end of 2026 or in the middle of 2026. Even some of the other guys in the other divisions, I think you still got Rowley, and then the other guy that's in the IBF that holds that belt.
Lewis Crocker.
Crocker.
Yep.
Yeah, might be a good fight, you know. So yeah, man, you're gonna see a lot of him. But again, like you said, to ask your question, I seen this from a very, very young age, and then the pedigree that his dad has from being a pro. He may not have made it to what Brian is, but just to give
the experience,
intellect, you know,
fighting,
he got that experience. And then of course his dad fought John Pascal, you know what I mean? So,
Dominic Wade, Fernando Guerrero, match tough.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So him to have just that pedigree, it don't care if his dad won or lost those fights. But he experienced that, so he can give that experience and that intel, those details, the little intricate details to his son.
Yeah, and you know, if B comes back and performs the way he's capable, that Devin Haney rematch might be, it will be one of the biggest fights in boxing.
Yeah, if they want it.
If
they want it.
We shall see. Final message you want to give to the fight game, to the boxing world about what's going on here in Georgia or yourself?
Well, with Georgia boxing, man, I know it was a couple comments made about, Georgia boxing really don't have this and have that and this and third. But I know a lot of top fighters who's come down here and got some great work and left busted up as well. But when you come to Atlanta, you just got to be ready to fight. That's just the moral of the story. I think boxing here is growing. You got OTX. They've put on some fights here. Other promoters who've come down to pick up some of the guys from Atlanta to fight. And OTS done a hell of a job promoting some of the local fighters here as well. So, man, I won't say it's a fight city or fight capital, but it's definitely one of those towns where it's definitely making a rise. It's definitely making a rise. We have a former world champion, which is Brian Norman Jr.
Vernon Forrest.
He's Vernon Forrest, Evander Holyfield as well. Mm-hmm. And tell you the truth, Brian Norman Jr. is the first champion in, I think, 2 or 3 decades.
Yep.
So with that being said, and he's the youngest. He was the youngest too. So, man, listen, people come here. If Tank came here and sold out, not once, not twice, but 3 different times, it tells you something, you know. And Shakur came here, couldn't sell out, but the money is here. It's definitely here. You've seen that with all the Tank fights. You've seen it. The money is here. It's just got to be promoted right.
I felt like Norman and Haney would have did crazy numbers here.
Man, you know what? I actually wanted that fight to be here. And if Haney and Norman that fight was here in Atlanta, oh my God. Oh my God.
Do you think it would sell out the Hawks Arena?
Oh, it would have sold out.
Yeah.
It would have sold out, for sure. It definitely would have sold out. No, that's a fact. You got to understand, not only do we have our very own champion, but we also, the world like Devin Haney. Don't get me wrong. He got some people who will hate on Devin Haney and things like that.
He's a name.
He's a name. And everybody know who he is. Everybody knows what he's done. Everybody know his name is linked to Floyd. So everybody knows. And you got a fighter like that, and you got your own champion in your own backyard. People gonna come out to that fight. Trust me. It's more people who know about Brian Norman Jr. and who support Brian Norman Jr. than the whole world thinks, for sure. And like I said before, this is like, Black Hollywood. You'd be a fool to think that none of those Black Hollywood guys know who Brian Norman Jr. is. I know for a fact, after the media runs that he's been on recently, I know for a fact they know exactly what Brian Norman Jr. is.
Before the media runs, he was sitting in the VIP section at one of the Falcons Monday Night Football games.
Yes.
T.I. was there, a lot of celebrities and things like that. So
T.I.,
Big Boy, Big Boy Outkast.
Big Boy from Outkast, know he is. Lil Bow Wow came up to him.
Oh, really? Okay.
But I know who you is. Good luck on your fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So again, people know who he is, especially when you have which I think he still has knockout of the year.
I was there in person. That shit was different. That was different in person. It was different on TV, but to be there in person and see it, it was scary. I've seen some violent knockouts. That might be the most violent knockout I've seen in person.
Man, listen. I was speechless. I mean, and I just told you, and I was telling people, his hands have been messed up for a long time. when the hands get back right, just give him a chance. Just give him a chance. I knew what was gonna happen once the hands healed, and they healed. And what did you do, bro? How can you knock 2 weeks of memory out of somebody? That's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's dangerous, man. He probably could have killed Buddy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and God forbid that didn't happen. But I don't think Sasaki will be the same fighter after that.
No. I mean, he's about to fight his first fight soon in February since that fight, and I mean, he's not the most durable guy, but Jin is one of those guys. I was saying it going into the fight, you have to literally nail him to the canvas.
You told me he had to beat him to a pulp.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. Otherwise, he's gonna keep coming forward and throwing a bunch of punches, and that's he fought. He did what he needed to do.
I don't remember my response to that, but I think I was like, it's gonna be over early or something like that.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you that when Brian Norman Jr. is on, he's on, and ain't nothing nobody can do about it.
Yeah, well,
honestly, because like I said, I sparred with him even for the Haney camp. When he's on, he's on.
I look forward to the comeback. You know, I'm definitely gonna come back to Atlanta more.
Oh yeah.
I love the South. I'm from South Florida originally, so.
Right.
It's been a pleasure, Tay. Thank you.
So I'm born in Miami, so yeah.
Were you really?
Yeah, I'm born in Miami.
Wow. What part?
My family down there.
What part?
With my dad from the Brown Subs.
Okay. Oh,
from Brown Subs. Yeah. My mom from Carver Ranch.
Oh, so you a South Florida guy for real? I'm from Broward, kind of like Dania Beach, Fort Lauderdale area.
Okay. Yeah. So my great grandfather, his church is right across the street from Washington Park.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I forget what street that is, but I forget what street that is, but is it Sterling?
Sterling Road.
Yeah.
Sterling Road. Here you go. So it's a small world in the fight game, and it's a small world of life. Tay Jones, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching True School Sports.
Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports empire, the home of boxing. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers, guys. So help us keep being great. Help us keep pushing out that real boxing content for the fine folks all around the world. And make sure you jab, you hook, you Mike Tyson, you Mayweather that subscribe button. Pops, show them how do they gotta hit the subscribe button. Pop, pop, pop.